Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of calculating interest. This is standard 8.12D in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 16 off the 2017 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we are looking at Mr. Wilkins. He's deposited $2,500 in a new account at his bank, and he's going to get 6.5% interest, but it's compounded annually. All right, so we need to really focus in on this compound interest, not simple. You calculate simple and compound interest differently. We have no additional deposits, no withdrawals, so the money is just sitting there, and that interest is building and it's compounded annually. So which of these is going to be closest to the account balance at the end of 2 years? Well, let's go into our mathematics chart if we don't have this formula memorized, and let's see what does it take to make compound interest. We have a formula that's a little bit more complicated than simple interest, and it is going to equal P, and you're going to get a 1 plus R, and it's going to be raised to the power of t. So you have to raise it to an exponent here. And what do all of those letters mean? Well, this P stands for the principal. So that's the initial amount that you are investing. If you add or subtract money to it, then that principal would change based on the amount that has the interest built on it. But it does say that we've got no additional deposits and withdrawals, so our principal does not change. So that's good. Now we've got the 1 plus the R. This is going to be your interest rate. Sometimes we just abbreviate it as rate. So there's that R. And then this T is our time. What is our time frame? So that's what those three letters mean. And so let's start plugging this in. Our principal here is $2,500. Our interest rate is 6.5%. And our time is going to be 2 years. We're going to end up squaring it. So let's rewrite that. I'm going to do this right over here. So I'm going to have 2,500. 1 plus, now if I'm going to multiply it, I don't really want that in a percent form. I want that in a decimal form. So I'm going to need to take that once, twice over here. So 0.065. And what this does is this 1 plus the interest rate calculates not just the interest, but it grabs the principal as well, because that 1 is the whole of the interest. And then I'm going to square it, because we've got the time is 2 years. So 2,500, 1.065. So I need to take care of that exponent first if we're thinking of our order of operations. That's definitely one in which we need a calculator. I mean, I guess technically you could multiply 1.065 times itself, but since we can use a calculator, let's go ahead and do that. So it's going to get us a really big number here. So it's going to be 2,500. And squared doesn't really do a whole bunch. 1.134225. So it doesn't get nearly as big as you would think. And then we need to multiply this 1.134225 times that 2,500, because that's the initial deposit, that's the principal. So this is what we're going to get. 2,835.5625. Since we're dealing with money, we're only going to go to the hundredths place. So that 2 is definitely not going to round it up. So we can just kind of X that out. And you see our answer there is going to be F, $2,835.56.